Okay, in a previous video I showed how even if you had established some group policy settings that you wanted to hand down to your tenants, that it was possible for a administrator of your tenant to go in and modify those settings, and even though you had applied them at the cluster level, they could still be overridden by your tenant. Well, you can always get those back by disabling and then re-enabling those, which would essentially hand that setting back down to all of your tenants and override any changes. But maybe you want to ensure that the admins of your tenant are not able to change the group policy settings. Well, that's easy enough to do. We'll go into our tenant, and I have a user here. This user is just your basic user, and there's nothing under. These are the default settings that when they're imported from Active Directory. So what I've done is I've created a group that I want to drop this user into, and the group is called Editors. So let's go take a look at that really quickly. Groups here. I've got one called Editors, and looks like nothing's going on here. Let's go look at roles. Under roles I have this Manage No Group Policy, which gives this role access to various things, but I intentionally left Group Policy open and groups open. If we look at assigned users and groups, we could see that the group Editors has been added here. Okay. So anyone that gets added to the Editors group will get this role applied to them. So let's go back over to our user, and I will go to groups. So if I log in that user, you could see that is access to his folders, and if he goes here, it's just his personal settings, and if he pulls out the side menu, there's nothing there because he's been given no authority. Alright, let's log him out. Let's go back over here, and I will add the Editors as one of the groups this user is a member of. And without doing anything else, I go back over and sign that user in. Okay, and everything looks basically the same. But when I go over here and I hit my dashboard, now I have all of these options. So I have the ability to assist as an editor and manage some of the things that are going on this tenant. But as you can see, I don't have access to groups. I don't have access to group policy, prevented from making changes to something that the cluster admin does not want me to make changes to. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.